Welcome to part 3 of your journey to financial freedom. If you didn't watch part 1 and 2, I'll link them in the description below. But part 3 is a game changer. We now know what you're going to sell, how you're going to collect money. Now we got to figure out where to put it. If you're a brick and mortar store, this video may not be for you. But if you're anything else, service and digital products, then this video is for you. Let's get started now. Now that you know what it is you're going to sell, whether it's a service, access, or a digital product or a physical product, we can do physical products through what I'm going to describe today. Now that we have that, we got to figure out where it's going to live. Where is it going to live? How are you going to take orders? How are you going to fulfill those orders? How are you going to write contracts? How are you going to schedule services, yoga, whatever kind of service you're providing? Well, I have a one-stop shop software that we're going to go through today, and that is HighLevel. I know I've talked about it in my other videos, but I've done my research. I've looked at many, many different types of software, and I have worked with clients that have other software. And HighLevel is where it's at because it's all there. It's all in one spot. You only need the pieces that you want to use. You don't have to understand the whole software, but it is a one-stop shop. You won't have to buy multiple softwares to get done what you're trying to do. So why don't we take a look at how HighLevel can help you set up your shop and start selling products. All right, let's start with products. Let's say you're a crafter or a t-shirt maker or even have digital products, but you have products. So let's see how easy it is to set it up in HighLevel. So here is my demo account with Go HighLevel. It goes by both names, HighLevel or Go HighLevel. So here I am at my dashboard in my demo account. Your dashboard is where you can keep track of everything in HighLevel. It's really handy to have. So we're going to go down here to sites. So there are a lot of products out there that will help you set up a product site very quickly. Squarespace, there's many others, and you can put your products in there and it just seems seamless and easy. That is true. But as you sell more product, oftentimes you have to pay more money to that provider. If you're on Etsy or any of that, that's what happens. Now, that's not to say those aren't good sites. If you're just getting started and you have one product that you want to get out there and just see if the market is there, put it on Etsy because they will provide you a lot of traffic. But once you get a proof of concept or once you have more than one or two products, I suggest you get into HighLevel. This is how easy it is to set up. So here we have funnels, and these are just some of the funnel ideas that you can use or templates, and then there's hundreds more. So you can have an opt-in funnel, a free marketing audit funnel, book with me funnel, and we'll talk about those at a later time. But it's very easy to set up a funnel. Then we have the website. Here are some examples of some websites that you can set up in HighLevel. A yoga class schedule, a marketing agency. You can even set up your link tree for your social media in HighLevel. But let's say we want to start a shop. All right, let's try. When you're ready to create your new website, you can simply go to New Website, and you can start from scratch if you really know what you want and you're really good at web development. But if you want to start with a template, I highly suggest that because there's tons of pre-made templates that you just have to alter with your brand and your products. Hit continue. So you will see there is all kinds, and you can look for your business and your type of firm inside HighLevel to get some help. But there are all kinds of things that you can look for. Restaurants. There's restaurants. Marketing. There's agency websites. Health and wellness. That's where you can get your yoga, your wellness, your nutrition. You can get a juice shop. Here it is right here. Weight loss coaching, organic bar, all kinds of different products. Use your imagination. You can also come down here and figure out what type of store you need, whether you need offer, discount, and coupons, whether you have sales, thank you. If we click on sales, we go back up to the top. We have fitness and sports. We have gym services, nutritionist, physical fitness. So any of these service areas, you could start with one of these. Let's get out of sales. Waitlist and coming soon. If you have a product or an event or a digital service that's coming soon, you may want to start with that and try to create some buzz. That always helps sales when you're ready to go. Webinar and virtual events. So you can pick a template to get started. So let's start with juice shop. When you pick your template, you can look and see if this is actually what you want to use. Gives you an example of what you'll see on this template. Very clean, very nice. I love it. FAQs, your team, get in touch. Very, very cool. All right, so let's hit continue. I like this. I think we should use it. So it's adding the template to our HighLevel site. And we're not going to go into today how you would personalize this template. That is another complete other video, but there is ease at which you can prepare this website. So here it is, and you could go ahead and make your alterations, put your logo in, and do all that from here. But let's go back because I want to look at the site page and show you how you can add a shop very easily or products. Okay, let's look at all the different pages that it prepared for us. So we have a home page, we have multi-purpose, we have link in bio page. It's all branded the same. We have a thank you page, contact us, and a calendar page. Those are all great pages that we may want in our shop. You are also able to add a new page by clicking here, and you can give it a path. And if you already use ClickFunnels, you can actually import your ClickFunnels in here, which is amazing. All right, so let's go into our Juice Bar homepage again. And from here is where we can add our store. So we want to click Add Elements. We want to click the plus button. And right here where it says Store is where we are going to add our store. Add an online store. Add to site. So here you can sell physical and digital products and accept online payments instantly. So let's add that. And is now adding all the pages and the pieces and parts we need to have our online store. It's that easy. So whether you just want a website to make scheduling easy or to put your store out there, or whether you want to sell products, you can do either one with HighLevel. And with a click of the button, you're back to creating an online store, just like some of those popular softwares that you're very aware of. And here we are. At our online store, we can put in our image, logo, all of our information. You can replace all of these products. You're able to have discounts on the products. You're able to put next and previous. And so here is your product list. So you will create products, and then those will be imported in HighLevel into your pages. And now you are up and running selling products with HighLevel. That's products in HighLevel. Let's look at services. Let's say you don't have any physical products, but you have services. So let's look at what HighLevel can do in the service area. So there's 3 things you probably want if you're selling services. You want calendars to schedule those services, whether it's lawn care, whether it's yoga, or if you have to schedule equipment, you also want that land clearing. Any business like that, you want to have calendars. So you need calendars. You probably want a chat widget because that chat widget will allow people to contact you if you're in the middle of working on your service. A chat widget could lead people down to scheduling on a calendar or getting in touch with you later so you do not miss a lead opportunity. And then finally, you may need some groups. So groups of equipment or groups of teachers so that everybody in your organization can schedule their services under you. All right, let's take a look. So let's look at this yoga class schedule that HighLevel already has as a template. Here we have our homepage for our yoga. and we have a get appointment right on the front page. That is going to lead us to a calendar system that we can use to schedule those appointments. Now let's go back. All right, in order to make schedules, we want to look at the calendaring. So here is the calendars. You can add a new calendar and set it up for whatever service you want. Here is the Breathe Yoga calendar that we can set up. It's an appointment title, and then you can have slots in the time zone, and you can set up confirmed, book the appointment, and get all of that set up. And you can block off time so that you can set exactly when these appointments are going to be made. Here would be your list of appointments so that you can see those, and you can look at everybody in your organization so you see when they have appointments. Calendar settings is where the magic happens. So we have Breathe Yoga, book a call with me, booking request. All of these are calendars that go along with those sites and those templates that we looked at. So let's go into the yoga one. It is a class booking scheduler. You can have an event scheduler and you can have a round robin. And a round robin is if somebody wants to book an appointment, they will see everyone in that group who is available. So if you're doing hair cutting or lawn care, they can move to the next person who's available to fulfill that service for them. Let's go ahead and look at our Breathe Yoga. We can upload pictures. We can do availability. When are we available? When we are not, so we don't get people scheduling yoga at midnight on a Sunday night. How long those meetings will be, those ranges, how many we'll do per day. All of it is controllable in HighLevel. Here you can put in forms and payment. You can have a consent box to make sure people consent to your terms and agreements. Confirmation page, and you can create your own or use the default. How's it going to notify people? Are they able to cancel? All of those kind of systems are in here. And then, of course, you can customize and put pictures and more detail and your brand colors on these calendars. Then you can preview it so that you know what that's going to look like. Let's take a quick look so that we know exactly what we're going to see. And here it is. I can pick my day. I can find out there's 16 seats in that class, 16 seats in that class. And when you make a group, each calendar in that group is a different class. You can see how long it lasts, and you can even have time zone information if you're providing services across time zones. That is services. You have calendars, you have a chat widget that will lead you down the road to book those services. You, as the owner of that business, will be able to look down at all the calendars and figure out who is scheduled to do what, when, everything you need to run a service business, starting with you as a single person, and then being able to scale up as you grow your business. That's super important. A lot of the software I've seen, it's great. It's free or inexpensive when you just have you. But when you start adding users or people to your business, now the costs go up. Suddenly you're paying all of this money and you're not even able to do that because you didn't know it was going to scale up in cost that quickly. You can have as many employees or users in HighLevel as you want. There is no limit. For one price each month, $97 a month, you can have your account set up and have everything in there and grow as your business grows, because that's what you want, right? You want to grow. All right, finally, if you want to sell courses, you can do that also in HighLevel. So we know how to sell products in HighLevel now, digital or physical. You can also have fulfillment listed in HighLevel so you can mark when things have been fulfilled if you need a shipping department. And now we looked at services, and now we want to look at courses or bigger kind of digital products. So let's take a look. That's down here in memberships. So HighLevel has a whole membership community, and it tells you your data on this dashboard, and you can add products, offers, see the analytics, see all the settings for your products. And when you add a product, you can add a course, and you can have as many courses as you want. They can be short, they can be long. If we're going to create a course, we can start from scratch, or you can import your courses for Kajabi from Kajabi. So if you started in Kajabi and you liked it okay, but now the costs are starting to rise, think about switching them to HighLevel. It will import your whole Kajabi course right into HighLevel. So if we start from scratch, you can choose whether you want a sprint course, a marathon course, which is a little bit longer, a membership, or a build your own custom course. And you can do any of these, and it helps you get started right away. Let's pick a sprint course so you can see what that looks like. All right, so we got to name the product. We're going to call it Sprint Course Test, and we're going to create this product. And here you go. Now it says we got to collect payment through Stripe. I don't have a Stripe account hooked up to this particular account, but that's all you would need to do. And it gives you suggestions on how you should structure your course, the what, the why, the how, and what's next. You start filling in. We'll look at lesson 1. You can add videos, you can add thumbnails, and then it gives you an idea of some of the content you should put in. You can add files, which is awesome. And you go up from there. You save it and you add all the modules in you need. There's also quizzing you can do. You can preview your course at any time. And it's very easy to create a digital course in HighLevel. Then offers, as you saw here, offers can be that course as an offer as a certain price, or it can be combinations. So I have an offer where I have a course, and then I have an ebook, and then I have a workbook that all go in. So those are all separate products that you could buy standalone, but then I bundle them together in an offer, which is really great for people that want everything you have to offer around that topic. And our topic is for short-term rental owners, where you can layer affiliate marketing on top of your short-term rental. Check it out. There's a link in the description below. All right, so that's courses. And you can also add into your courses communities. So what's communities? Well, that's like a Facebook community or a private community or a public community or group that can be together, and they can be in the course together, and they can post things in this private community. You can charge for the community. You can appear so often in the community to answer questions, and you can charge for that. And so there's many ways you can use communities alone, memberships or courses alone, or you can combine them together. So that's it. HighLevel provides you the vehicle you need to stand up your sales virtual store with services, products, or courses, and it helps you manage your social media within HighLevel, which you're going to want to let everybody know about your stuff. It can even manage an affiliate program with you when you start to get affiliates, and it can help you with your email marketing because it has a whole email marketing suite, a CRM, and workflows that will help you manage sending out emails to people to get them to purchase your services or products or access to your courses or memberships. HighLevel has it all, so now you know what you want to sell. Pick 1 or 2 things. You know how to collect money now in part 2. And part 3, you now know where to house your things that you want to sell, so you are ready to go. Don't make it too complicated. You can do this. I'm Janet with Future Ready Consulting. You can contact us if you want some help setting up your HighLevel account, or just click the description below and get a 14-day free trial of HighLevel to start selling your things today. I bet you could sell 1 or 2 things and pay for the first month of HighLevel right then and there. All right, next time will be part 4, where we learn how to get customers to come back and to keep on buying our products and services. Remember, in everything you do, without impact, it doesn't matter. Subscribe and have a great day.